Well, if you sign up for Obamacare, you could be exposing yourself to identity thieves. That's because of a new document that shows state insurance exchanges were allowed to skip independent security assessments before they launched.
So how concerned should you be about this? Here to explain is FoxBusiness.com reporter Kate Rogers. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
So basically, we're starting to see documents that say the website isn't ready security-wise, but let's go ahead with it. What are the concerns?
So I spoke with CMS yesterday, and they declined to comment on the state side of things, but what they did tell me is that the federal exchanges and the data hub there are compliant with national security standards and that they have done independent assessment and that security is an ongoing concern for them. Now, I spoke to a source close to the matter on the state exchange side, and they said that this is really a state-by-state, case-by-case analysis. So they've done internal security analysis, and they do have breach plans in place in case something were to happen as far as hackers are concerned, but that these independent assessments have to be done, and it's up to the state to have them done. So they have until March 31st to complete these. The exchange launched on October 1st, so if you enroll in the interim, it's possible that you could be putting yourself at risk.
And there's already indication that people have put their data at risk.
We've heard certain concerns about that, yeah, and this is kind of an ongoing issue here. So consumers have trouble logging on, and now they could have concerns on the data security side of things.
I mean, is this legal?
So I spoke to analysts yesterday, and they said calling it illegal is kind of touchy. It's not smart, is what they said. Because if hackers were to get a hold of your information, Obamacare is a huge high-profile hack. So we put our security at risk all the time, but if a hacker were to get a hold of something and hack into the Obamacare exchanges, that's a huge win on the hacker side because they just got this whole high-profile snag of information.
Boy, so, I mean, big companies with a lot at stake, personal data banks, for example, spend hundreds of millions of dollars a year protecting themselves from hackers because they're at risk from it, and yet it seems like the Obamacare site launched without real concern about this.
Exactly, and also we saw earlier this week when Kathleen Sebelius testified that navigators, too, weren't necessarily given background checks. So that's another concern here. She said it could be possible for an ex-con to be operating as a navigator. So that's just another concern for consumers here. You have to really be careful when you're signing up, be aware that your personal information could be at risk, and keep an eye on your social security number, your credit card numbers. All anybody needs is your date of birth, your social security number, your name. They're home free.
Katie, I imagine this is mind-boggling for a lot of people at home who are going, you know what, for the job that I had to have a background check. You would think that a navigator would have to as well.
That's true.
We do have a quote, though, from HHS, from a spokesperson there. The privacy and security of consumers' personal information are a top priority for us. When consumers fill out their online marketplace applications, they can trust that the information they are providing is protected by stringent security standards. But haven't we heard some reports for some people coming out saying just the opposite?
Yeah, people are saying that their information has been compromised, put at risk. So you definitely, as a consumer, need to sign up for those alerts. Make sure that you are taking track of your credit card information, your social security. See if anybody's opening up credit cards in your name, using your identity for unsavory different reasons. As a consumer, you have to take it upon yourself to be smart because it looks like some things are falling through the cracks here.
It certainly does. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.